You're listening to My Grito Podcast Network, celebrating the culture of Chicanos and Latinos one story and voice at a time. Listen to more My Grito Podcast Network shows over at mygrito.net. Connect on social, on Instagram and Facebook at My Grito, the My Grito Podcast Network.
3, 2, 1. What is up, Mind Buzz Universe?
Oh my God.
And for some of you guys that like to be called Mind Buzzers, I really don't agree with that.
You got to come up with a new name.
Okay, we'll come up with a new name. But we have a special, awesome treat for you, and it's kind of weird because we never live stream during the day, but this is a very special day that we have for you guys. And without further ado, I'm just going to get into today's guest. All the way from Brighton, United Kingdom, the Long Tall Texans. What's up, guys? Thanks for being here.
How you doing? You all right?
Thanks for having us.
Good.
Yeah.
So you guys are playing a stacked weekend. You just played a show last night. You have 2 gigs today, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And then you have what's today? Oh, today's Sunday. So you played Friday. You guys are going to play Saturday and then today.
Yeah, 2 today.
Twice.
Yeah.
How you guys feeling?
Tired. No, we're all good. We're all good. We're hyping ourselves up for this afternoon.
Oh, there you go. And just from right to left, Mark, can you guys just say your guys' names for the people that don't know who you guys are, right to left, and then what you play for the band?
My name's Mark. I play double bass and I try and sing.
My name's Theo. I play the drums and I try to do backing vocals badly.
He's good at it.
My name's Lawrence. I play guitar.
Lawrence?
I also try to sing backing vocals badly.
There you go.
And I can second that.
Well, thank you guys for being here, for coming out and doing this. I know you guys are on a time crunch and you guys are pretty busy. So, how's the flight? What was the last time you guys came out here?
We were out here 9 years ago, and I think we played. Was it the Queen Mary?
Yeah, we
Long
played
Beach?
the Queen Mary. Incanine
Festival was the last time we were out here.
Man, I missed that festival.
They were great festivals.
Yeah,
big festivals. Yeah.
Do you guys do a lot of shows out in where you guys are from?
We play a lot in Germany.
In Germany,
mainly in Europe, actually.
Really?
Yeah, mainly
Okay.
in Europe. Yeah.
So, how's the psychobilly and rockabilly scene compared to Los Angeles?
How?
Yeah.
How's the scene? I mean, the rockabilly scene's very strong at home.
Okay.
The psychobilly scene's a little bit quiet. We need a new generation at the moment.
What do you think that we should do for the new generation?
It's a really hard thing.
I think personally that mums and dads who have the next generation of children need to bombard them with psychobilly,
Well, they do.
Presley and rockabilly.
We've had a lot of kids done that.
and buy them instruments like double basses and guitars and stuff, but Gretches and stuff like that. Looks a bit rockabilly, and then you get a next generation of, and then the music scene will hopefully lift itself up again, and it'll all come back again. But without any new blood, there's not going to be a lot there, to be honest.
We've had a lot of people recently bringing their kids to the gigs, which I've noticed.
Oh, okay.
And we like to encourage the young ones anyway, because they are the next generation.
We're just not having enough kids anymore. Our generation.
Well,
You know what I think we should do? We should start playing psychobilly mixes inside hospitals, like inside.
geriatric wards, maybe. Eh? Need a few more nutters.
inside maternity. Inside maternity wards, just crank up the music. But yeah, a perfect example. Get them instruments, get them double basses.
Get them started.
How difficult was it during? You guys started in 82, correct?
About 82. I mean, there was previous bands before, working up to the Texans, really, for me. And Theo come along, and obviously Lawrence is the newest boy at the moment. But that will change it.
So how difficult was it to get a double bass in
Well,
1982?
my story is a good friend lent me one.
Okay.
And I was very young. I played guitar to start with, and I used to play drums or snare drum and cymbal and do rockabilly. And the guy that played in the band, guy called Spider, Kevin McCormick, he lent me his bass, and he was a real eccentric character. Big blonde quiff, bright yellow suit. You'd know he was there, always taking the mickey, but in a nice way.
And he drove a hearse.
Whoa.
But the sad part, he died very young on a motorcycle, about 21, 22, I think. But anyway, so he lent me his double bass, which back then they were quite precious things and expensive. So yeah, and that was my first innings on the double bass, and then it took off from there. Yeah, initially played guitar, and then to the double bass, and then I made it up from there.
So from that point on, did you think that the Long Tall Texans were going to keep playing after 30 years?
I mean, it's not something you contemplate or think about it if it would last. I mean, next year is 40 years.
Whoa,
Wow.
40 years?
40
Congratulations.
Years. Yeah, no. Even I don't know how we got here.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's flown by.
Yeah.
And it really is flying by quick.
Wow. That is 40 years of doing anything is crazy, especially something creative like
It's
music.
not a ball. And it's not over yet, but we enjoy it.
Yeah.
Motivation's a little bit higher in our older age. I think it's the travelling and getting there for the hour on stage or the hour and 15. Travelling 11 hours on a flight, 3 hours in the car, By the time you get there, you do 1 hour, then you're off. Yeah, so hanging around. The hanging around's the hard bit.
Oh, okay, I see. Do you think that that's important to hang around after?
Oh, I mean,
Yeah.
I think in the scene, I mean, the psychobilly scene is quite unique, where in England and Europe, we're all mates. We've become, even people you don't know or you'll be socialised with, there's no airs and graces in psychobilly. We're all one. If you do a gig and someone thinks you're good at what you do, that's great, but let's go and get a drink.
Right,
We will socialise. There's no, after all these years.
We
I
don't
think.
hide around backstage.
We don't hide around, no. We don't go, we are.
It's good to talk to people and, get their feedback.
Yeah, we like that.
We're sociable.
Yeah, I
But
think
most bands
in
are
anything.
on the scene. Most bands are, in general. That's why it's quite unique, the whole scene. As far as subculture goes, it's one of the most unique. Psychobilly never really got famous. Not like the rockabilly with your polecats and your stray cats. Psychobilly always kept a back seat. So we quite like the fact that it is subculture.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yes, we could do with a few more people and a few more numbers, but in general, I'm happy with where it's at. We're not looking for world domination. But a few more people will be good, eh?
So what do you think of the Los Angeles scene?
What, the scene?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I mean...
Or the music. I'm sorry. What about the music?
What, rock psychobilly?
Yeah.
I mean, one of our favourite bands from Los Angeles would be Gambler's Mark.
Oh, yes.
I mean, wonderful couple of albums.
Yes.
Boy, that boy could sing, and what great songs. And there was a real contrast from 80s to rockabilly to a little bit of ska, and their brass on that album was very sweet.
And very cool people.
And lovely people. Yeah, I hear he's not really around on the scene anymore.
I've seen them, I want to say like 3 months ago,
Right.
but with, so it's Dave Gambler. He has another band called
brilliant.
The Flashbacks, and he plays 80s
Yes,
music.
we've been hearing this from
Yeah.
James over there, yeah.
Yeah. So he played a 80s. If you guys are in Pomona, he plays a club in Pomona right there on Holt Avenue. It's really good. It's really cool.
But yeah, we like them.
Yeah.
We're
Okay.
big fans. I said I don't think they're around, so... But we're not really that familiar with a lot of the American psychobilly, to be fair. We kind of end up hearing it in the cars and occasionally hear a bit.
Yeah.
But then when you hear something you like it,
Of course.
obviously the Quakes
Yeah.
was one of the main bands that were around in the day with us, and they progressed from their kind of psychobilly to more kind of rockabilly, I think, more now with an edge, but very melodic.
Right.
I think he's a very good songwriter.
Do you feel that happens all the time with psychobilly? They first start psychobilly music
mellow out, you
and then
mean?
mellow out. Yeah.
A little bit. I mean, again, as I was saying earlier, the rockabilly scene in England's very healthy. The psychobilly scene's okay.
Mm-hmm.
We'd like it to be on the same par, but you get a lot of these rockabilly weekends, and they're sold out. People are into it. And I mean, I grew up that world, getting into a lot of psychobilly noise that we do. And, Yeah.
You like Japanese psychobilly?
Interesting, always interesting. You'll watch them and your mouth will just kind of fall, wow, did I just see that? And they look great.
Yeah.
You know.
They're very keen as well.
They're keen and just their image is just fantastic. I mean, I think it's easier to look good when you're younger, eh?
When I mentioned the Japan trip, I seen the Cyclops when I was out there. Oh my God, it was a great show. It was crazy.
They're interesting as well. Again, it's that kind of, when you watch something, you kind of wonder what the hell.
Yeah.
There's a band called the Cracks as well.
The Cracks.
Yeah.
Yeah, good
quite a
people
few,
as well.
yeah.
Good times.
The Radios also. The Radios is a
Radios, yeah. Heard of them.
Yeah.
I can't think offhand, but yeah.
Awesome stuff. I'm just in awe that you guys are like right here. You guys, you have no idea.
Yeah, it's always hard to comprehend that one, eh? From our point of view, anyway.
So what do you guys have? Do you guys, instead of the music and playing out here, do you guys do anything else besides?
We work.
Music?
We still work.
Yeah.
We all play in other bands too. I play in a ska band called the Hot Knives.
Oh,
Little
okay.
plug there. I don't usually plug it on. Not a lot of people know that I do that. And I've been doing that for the last 25, 30 years. Yeah, Theo plays.
I play in a band called Vicky Vortex and the Cum Shots, which is fast, stroppy punk rock.
Okay. And then Theo, you just play with these guys?
I had some more bands in the past. I still play with a band called Dick Dynamite and the Doppelgangers.
Oh, okay. I've heard them.
Yeah, they came over to London about 10 years ago.
Oh.
I played for them when he's in London. And I've had other bands, a band called Tasteless in the past. It's a neo-rockabilly band, but it's not really doing anything at the moment. Busy.
All musicians besides whatever you guys doing,
Real
right?
work.
We'll work and we're busy.
Yeah.
You know, so every time, weekends come around, we might be gig, we might not be. I quite enjoy it when we're not sometimes. I've got an 8-year-old, so I'm happy to be at home. I'm an old dad, but I'm hyperactive, so it works for me, eh? And but when we do, we're busy, and myself between my both bands, it's good, I'll be flying out one weekend for shows, back Sunday night, back to work Monday.
Yeah.
So it's like a hobby. It's been a hobby for the last 4 years, We had a slight, back in the 80s, we all, got played on national radio, different things, We were in the indie charts in the 80s. So there was a flash of like, it might happen, and we were young and enthusiastic, but then when it didn't happen, it doesn't matter because you're still a part of the history of what we've been doing for all these years.
Right.
And I like that fact. And the people we've met on the way.
Yeah.
When do you come to terms with like, so you said your hobby, but when do you come to terms when you're going and you're young and you're like, all right, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to do, and then what was that moment that you said, okay, maybe I need to find something else, or it's gonna become my hobby versus my full-time career?
I don't think we ever thought it would be a full-time career, so we just played it as it was. Me and Phil were on the dole for many years. We didn't work for a long time. We were playing music anyway, so that subbed it a little bit. We were enjoying that, and then we started working and just getting on with life. So it wasn't something we envisaged or worked out where we were going. If it would happen, it would happen. We've travelled the world from doing what we do, and that's the enjoyment. We're very lucky, the way I see it.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, especially with something with music. It's so, I don't want to say polluted. I'm trying to think of a different word for like a saturation. Like there's a lot of music. There's a lot of genres. There's a lot of bands. And like to have that passion for music, I think if without that passion, you wouldn't have gotten
Passion's the important bit.
all this way, right?
Absolutely.
Or keep playing and playing and playing without it. It's hard.
There's a lot of songs there we've been doing a long time. They used to be my favourites, but God, I hate them now. I don't really, but after 40 years, it wears a little bit thin. Eh?
And the problem is when
They want the old songs.
They want to hear the old songs. So
Oh, yeah.
every time you try to put some new songs in, everybody shouts for the old songs. So eventually, when you redo the set list, you have to put some old songs back in again, and then chuck the newer songs out, and eventually you end up with the same set list.
But when you release a new album, it takes about 10 years for people to want to hear it. So if you're doing a gig, they want to hear the old stuff, and about 5-10 years later, they hear they want that because it's old.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of time to settle in, let's say.
10 years is, yeah.
Well, maybe a little bit less, but it still takes a long time for people to want to hear it.
What do you guys, besides the music, you guys are longtime musicians. Is there anything that you like to do that's not music related? Like, do you guys enjoy comedy, stand-up, music, anything like that?
I'm sure lots of things.
Well, other than drums, my hobby, I do like Vespers and scooters, and I have one at home, and I like to work on it and play around with it. Unfortunately, it's broken at the moment, so...
it's broken forever, isn't it?
That's my next job.
In the basement at work.
I do keep it in the basement.
At work, yeah, we keep all our gear at work.
Is there a lot of Vespas out where you...
Yeah.
Over there?
It's a big scene. Scooter
stuff, yeah.
scene and clubs is big in England.
Across the pond, as they like to say.
That's right, across the pond.
Across the pond.
Very big pond.
It certainly is, 11 hours of it.
Yeah.
That is crazy. Amber, do you remember how long it was for the flight to Japan?
10 hours.
It was 10 hours. Oh, okay.
How long is that for us?
Longer.
Is it even longer?
They fly the other way. We fly.
I can't remember. It's been a few years anyway, but...
Oh, yeah, because we go the other way.
Yeah.
Right. We go across the Pacific, not the Atlantic.
I don't think we'll be doing Australia anytime soon. 24 hours.
What's the longest flight you guys have done?
Japan, probably.
Japan.
Would be, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The longest I've done is 15 hours.
It's got to be about that.
Yeah.
This was 11. Japan was longer. You're a fan, I couldn't tell you.
Anybody out in Australia, you guys could book these guys. Would you guys do something like that, Australia?
Well, we haven't done it
As yet.
but
who knows?
The offer came along.
If a good offer came along.
You think about it for sure.
Yeah, of course.
Because, we love to travel around and...
I've got a friend out there, haven't we?
Yeah,
friends out there.
Without doing music, we would have never been to a lot of these countries.
Yeah, absolutely.
Before, so we've been lucky.
Yeah.
And hopefully there's a little bit more out there.
And how far is Germany from home?
Hour.
Oh, it's
hour on a flight.
Okay.
It's easy.
Oh, okay.
It's an easy one. Usually we get flown. If we're doing one show...
Oh, a flight?
Yeah. We usually get flown in for one gig, use all the equipment there, which can be hard work, obviously, unless you're on tour. You've got your own gear.
Yeah. Are you guys taking gear from home to
Not
LA?
if it's a one-off show, no.
No.
So you tend to use a double bass there, the drums, or you take a guitar, obviously.
What about this weekend?
We used all the stuff here.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Shout out to Checo, right?
Yeah.
And his basses.
Yeah, he sorted us out well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well for us.
And Checo, we got to get you in the studio, buddy. We got to talk to you.
Yeah.
He's doing some great stuff for the Psychobilly.
He's trying to keep it alive. Yeah.
That's exactly what he's trying to
It's
do.
a hard job promoting
Yeah.
gigs.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah.
Still alive.
The Mind Buzz is powered by Mind Buzz Media. Mind Buzz Media is an on-site video and audio podcast production company. Have you ever thought about starting your own video and audio podcast? Or do you have an existing podcast that you want to take to the next level? Mind Buzz Media brings a professional podcast studio to you. Visit mindbuzz.org for more. It's got to be because, like I said before, there's a lot of promoters, there's a lot of music genres, especially in LA. There's something happening every day. Like, it's not even just the weekend. It's like Monday through Sunday. There's things happening all the time.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
Trying to keep it alive. But as we said, it's hard. It's hard to get the people out.
Yeah.
I think sometimes. And plus, we're spoiled for music. I think that's the problem sometimes
Yeah.
in life.
Compared to your fans in home versus here, is there any difference? Not really?
Not that I can think of. Is there any kind of difference?
No?
See, no.
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 They're just people who like
music, right?
like music, you know?
Yeah, as I said, it's such a social scene, and with your Facebook stuff, I mean, you got your friends on there, from people from here to Japan. You know, or I always like to get a little bit involved and like something. I wish someone a happy birthday because it's well, it makes you feel a part of it as well. Even though they think if they're a fan of what you do, As again, it's like that thing of keeping it real when you finish your gig and someone will see you as something that we know we're not, but people see you as someone, wow. And actually, you know, at the end of the day, if you can do the job on stage and have a good time and you're good at what you do, you come off, you're just another person just enjoying it and have a good night.
Yeah, and people pay good money to come.
Yes, absolutely.
And it's not cheap to travel around and go to watch music. So, you know, if people turn up, great. You know, we're all the same. We're all human beings, no matter what you think you are.
One thing's for sure, we all live and we all die, and there's no first class ticket when you go down there or up there. All up as dust, that's right. Some more than others.
Do you remember the first time where you're just out and about in your hometown and somebody walks up to you and say, hey, you're that guy from the band?
Don't feel I can remember.
Do you remember that?
I can't really remember the first time, but there's certain places. The beauty of being in the subculture thing, because it's so small, when you go to a gig here, you can be mobbed by people who want to say hi or whatever and have a chat or a photo, and that's great. And then when you go home, you can be kind of anonymous, apart from your own little town, the people that know you. So that's quite nice, because if you're on a different level of that, you wouldn't better go out.
Yeah.
And so we're quite lucky that we're not known that well known, eh? You can have a life.
Well, was there a point in your career where that was a little bit more than... No.
But I mean, listen, when someone pays you a compliment, it's nice. Take the compliment, go in one ear, out the other. Don't hold it in there so your head gets a little bit bigger, eh? So that's that, and I think that's the rule number one, the important bit.
Yeah, just staying humble, right?
Stay humble, because why not?
Yeah.
Simple that
Yeah,
way.
it's your fans that
People
make...
do get carried away.
Yeah.
People do get carried away with their own self, being I am. And I think we pride ourselves on not being that, because there's no reason to be to start with. And that depends on the person, I think.
Yeah, it's your fans that make you who you are, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Absolutely.
why not treat them as a
That's right.
human being?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And it must be tough. Like, how would you handle like fame, like Kardashian?
Well, not that kind of
You know what I
big
mean?
time fame where you can walk down the street or go down the shop to get a packet of cigarettes or whatever, or some milk.
Right.
It'd be awful. I
Yeah.
can't imagine.
Like, what do people do? They just stay home and have their assistants go out and
I
get
guess
their
on the bigger level, you have assistants to run down the road.
Yeah.
But if you're at home yourself and you're a little bit stoned or something, you wouldn't want to run outside with a load of paparazzi, would you? Hey? You put a bag over your head. Quick, run. Yeah, no. Well, we haven't sampled that, so we're all right, I think,
Yeah.
on that level. And keeping it real is the important bit.
Yeah.
And our little world of what we do.
Wow. How's you're just explaining to me about home. It's going to be raining for the next 6 months.
Yeah, well, we're in winter season at the moment, but we've had a lot of rain. I think it's become the new season monsoon now at home, because we get a lot of rain.
Whoa.
It seems, but this time of year we start getting frosty and cold.
Yeah.
The heating has to go on, but it's expensive home, and we should get a bit of snow. Hopefully,
Really?
I like the snow.
Okay.
Some people like the snow. I don't like the snow.
You don't like it?
I live on top of a hill, so if I would need to get my car out and it's snowed, it stays there.
It slips down.
You can't get out.
Oh no. You look like a Californian. You have your shirt, you're nice and tan, you're
That's because he's got that Greek skin.
Yeah, I'm half Greek,
Greek.
so,
nice.
So he's got that.
And I do like the sunshine, so as soon as it's out, I'm in it.
You can tell by the wrinkles he likes the sun. Look.
Extra glasses.
We get about to like 50 here. I don't know what it would be.
Lovely.
And we're freezing. We're like we don't know how to react. We don't know how to go out. We stay indoors. So
Yeah.
our ideal weather is about 70. we'll go out when it's 70. Anything below that, we stay in.
It rained last night, and I was going crazy.
Oh, it's quite nice. I quite liked it. It was refreshing last
I
night.
don't know. It's supposed to be a sunshine state, isn't it? California.
Oh,
Yeah.
As soon as we got here, it was.
It was raining, so we brought it with us.
It followed you.
It certainly did.
Yeah. You got to feel like lizards out here because it's just hot and sunny, hot and sunny, hot and sunny.
Wonderful.
Lovely.
Someday I'm going to grow some scales because that's how it feels. We're lizards out here. It's too hot.
We would like some of that, I think.
We don't get that sort of thing in England. So.
Well, we get 3 or 4 months of summer, but then that can
If
be
we are
mixed
lucky.
with rain. It just depends. You can never tell with the British weather.
Yeah.
Everyone's conception of British weather is rain.
Does some of your music get into the tell me about your process of writing and coming up with different music to maybe entice new fans or keep the older people, happy with your music?
We tend to, with the songwriting, me and Theo don't actually write. I mean, we've written stuff. Usually our old guitarist, Gary Castleman, wrote quite a few songs, as did Mark Denman. And Lawrence has actually written some stuff, but we haven't got around to doing it at the moment. We're quite good at putting it all together. And there's probably maybe one more album left in us, maybe, eh?
Yeah.
But never say never, eh?
So how many guys do you have right now?
How many?
Yeah. How many albums?
5.
No, there's more than that. There's about
5 originals, but and about 1,000 compilation albums.
1,000?
No, we've done more than that. We've done more than that. I can't count, but we've done more than that. I think.
Lawrence is counting.
They might have more of a clue.
Oh, there
Might
you
be
go.
right.
Devil, Adventure,
Busters.
Aces and Eights, 5 Beans in the Wheel,
In Without Knocking.
In Without Knocking,
Sodbusters.
Sodbusters.
That's it.
Adventure.
Yeah, I said Adventure.
Yeah. So 6 albums.
About 6.
It's about 6 albums, but we've been on a lot of compilation albums.
And there's the Lost Mobleros mini EP.
Yeah.
Chuck that on top. Yeah,
Saturnalia.
Saturnalia. Yeah, I mean, this is what I'm saying. So it's easy to forget. That's what I'm saying. It starts adding up. I'd never keep count. And someone asked me that question, I couldn't tell you, to be honest with you. Yeah, there are countless compilations, this and that. There's loads of things. And they kept, in the 80s, they kept pumping out compilations, a lot of the companies, because they were earning money out of it. Obviously, the bands were the last people to see any money. And now, these days, you do a record just for gig life. You sell bit at gigs, but in general, so the day of selling records and earning money out of it was in the 80s, but we were all ripped off.
Wow.
Most bands you'll talk
Whoa.
to were ripped off. I think that's the general consensus in the day.
It was sign here, read it, sign
how
here.
exciting.
And how exciting. Wow, we're going to be famous, blah, 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 blah. So you sign it, but what you're doing is a sign away your life and any money you might possibly make.
Well, yeah, it was taken. We definitely were doing okay at some point, but and then chasing the people for it. Yeah, no, it was hard work.
How does it feel, or like what's your thoughts on, like, you guys been around for a long time,
Yeah.
you guys been in the music business for a long time. Like, what's your thoughts on streaming? On like Spotify?
I'd really, again, as we just said, when you record now, it really is, the more people that can hear it, the better.
Okay.
Even if it's streamed and it's free, because that is when you do the gigs and the people turn up now. That is how it's kind of worked more, it seems to be. But we do sell a lot of vinyl, we do sell CDs, we do sell a lot of merch at gigs these days back home. So that's kind of the different side of it, where, it's there and then, as opposed to for a company, and here's your percentage of nothing.
How did it go back in the 80s? Like, how was it different till now?
What do you
like
mean?
selling records.
Well, as I said, we were selling records, we were in the indie charts, we were doing stuff, and that's when it was earning money. And that's when you were chasing the companies to get anything.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the record
And then they
companies were making
disappeared.
money.
They were making money, and now, I mean, most of our stuff now is on Cherry Red, so it's all been sold to Cherry Red.
Oh.
So, which is a good thing, because you should know where it's all at now a little bit. So there's little bits now and then. But as you can see by the statements, it's not mega amounts you to sell these
It's
days.
not all about money either. It's about enjoyment in life. It's about travelling around. It's about meeting good people and cool
Yeah.
people. It isn't about money. If it was about money, we would have given up years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that passion, right?
Yes, exactly what it is.
That's good because you haven't both been paid yet.
That's right.
I wanted to tell you that anyway.
But it's true because when you do something for money, the money is that instant gratification. You have it at that moment, and then you look back and you're like, what the hell did I do with all my money? There was nothing. But your experiences, your travel, your meeting people, that's what
It's
lasts.
more important.
Yeah.
Meeting people I
It's more
like,
important.
and all the people, the friends we've got all around the world and in Europe.
All the travel, all the things we've seen, all the places we've been to, and all the stuff we've done. And it's got nothing to do with money. It's all about enjoyment
We're always
and quality of life.
We're always getting people coming up to me, do you remember me from 1989? You know, obviously, if it was a good wild night, I might remember it, but maybe not. You have to have that certain thing that reminds you of that night or what you done or whatever. But yeah, we still get that 20 years. Can't remember yesterday now, eh?
What's the craziest thing you've experienced at a Psychobilly show?
That you can
Well,
talk
back
about.
in the day, back in. Let me tell
that
you,
you
back
can
in
talk
the day. Sure, can we talk about other bands?
Yeah.
Would you like to hear about that? Oh yeah, I've got some bloody good gossip, you know. Well, the Meteors, right? No, so back in the day, we used to play with the Meteors quite a lot, and Demented. Most people in the scene, bands, you know, we're like brothers and sisters. We all get on. Obviously, the Meteors put themselves apart from that. There was one show where we played where Demented used to use our bass and drums. Anyway, this particular gig, the Meteors were headlining, Demented were underneath, and Demented had gone into their dressing room and eaten some of their food by mistake.
Oh.
So they're on stage, Sparky's on stage going, went into the Meteors messing room, and then all of a sudden, Paul Fenwick and all his crews rushed on stage, started beating Mark up on the monitor. I've run on and grabbed my bass. Fenwick's turned around with a drum saw about to hit me, looked at me, then went to someone else, and it all just kicked off. Absolute mayhem.
All we were interested in was getting our gear off the stage.
Yeah,
I
I was
ran
grabbing
onto the stage and I picked up my entire drum kit and just ran off.
It was a
with
proper
it.
stampede, and there was, and in those days, you know, there was about 2,000 people at this particular show. I mean, people must have been looking on, but that wasn't the first time I'd seen that kind of thing with the Meteors and the stampede. There was another one where it all went through one day in Germany. Do you remember it? It was a stampede. It was. It went wild.
Yeah, it used to be a bit wild back in the days of a lot of the bands. It's not so much anymore. All the bands get on together. We all get on. We're all friends.
Apart from one band.
Yeah, apart from one band.
But that's their choice,
that's their choice, and that's up to them. It
Carry
doesn't
on.
matter.
I wonder why. Like, do you know why? Is there
Should we call it you're more important than us? And so I'm afraid arrogance and narcissism, eh?
Yeah.
That's what we don't possess, I'm afraid, or I have no interest, and most bands don't. And if I get my head kicked in, I don't care, 'cause I'm too old to worry about telling the truth,
It won't
eh?
be the first time either.
It wouldn't be the first time, and it won't be the last. Well, it might be the last, eh? Who knows?
Richie, were you the one that was telling me about this guy getting beat up in the parking lot because he didn't like the Meteors or something like
shirt,
that?
the t-shirt.
Was it you? Was it you or Fabian?
Yeah, that's the one.
Bro, it could have been both of us.
Yeah?
Yeah, fucking. Are you talking about as Diabets?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Girl with a t-shirt,
Yeah,
with a
something like
boyfriend.
that. Yeah.
Fucking the bassist of as Diabet's boyfriend is wearing a Torment shirt. Paul Finnick told him to take it off.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Right.
he took it off. You know, but then Paul Finnick got in his face, and then his girlfriend got in between them, and then Paul Finnick pushed the girl, the bassist of his Diabats. Well, her boyfriend just stood there like a fucking lob, just.
Oh, it would have been intimidating. They were very intimidating. But the thing is, when Paul Fenwick put up a statement saying, "I never pushed a girl or done this," next minute the video was released, so he lied.
Oh.
I don't mind. He lied.
CCTV.
He lied.
So-
Don't lie.
Yeah, you can't lie now when there's cameras everywhere.
No, that's there for straight.
Everybody has cameras in their phones. Like, come on, dude.
Yeah, no, I wasn't. Don't release a statement and then get cool out, eh?
Right.
Silly boy.
But and a big brawl over a sandwich. Like, was the food good? Like, at least
What was it, a filet
something good?
mignon?
What we're talking about? It was a t-shirt, wasn't it?
No, go back to the fight on the stage.
Oh, the
yeah.
fight. Yeah, no, that was just beyond ridiculous. I mean,
Well, was it good? Was the meal at least good?
It wasn't us. It was demented at the time. It was them. So I don't know. But it was a ridiculous reason. It was intimidation at its best. Bully boy tactics.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We're just bully boys.
Oh, come on.
Bully boys. Not interested.
Yeah.
That's not what we're in it for. That's why they're divided, I'm afraid, and that's their choice. Good luck. Carry on.
Did you guys ever play at the Klub Foot? I'm trying to
Klub
see.
Foot, we were there in the day, yeah.
Is this still open? Is this still going on? No.
It was knocked down. It's a car park these days.
What?
Yeah, and
No, I think it's a tube station, isn't it?
back in the day,
both.
you had to start downstairs, and you started in the Clarendon.
Yeah.
Which was downstairs, and upstairs was the Klub Foot. So
Oh, okay. So there's 2 stages.
there was one downstairs.
Yeah, one small bit, and then the big
stage,
bit upstairs.
and the big bit upstairs. So you went up there when more people came along. You got a bit bigger, and you got on the stage upstairs at the Klub Foot.
Yeah.
Good times.
Yeah,
we went there
brilliant
a lot.
days.
Even when we weren't playing, we used to go there and watch
Yeah, yeah.
bands,
Can
jump on the
you
train.
pull up a picture of the Klub Foot, please? It was
Oh, great days.
when I started first listening to psychobilly music. I would just Google and go to YouTube all the time and just look up old videos of
Where's
my
it
favorite
located?
bands.
In the UK?
Klub Foot KL. KL, not Club, KLUB.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Klub Foot,
I know, and it's
Hammersmith.
people's feet on the.
It's just a club of
I didn't even
people.
think of that.
Was it like big feet, wasn't it? Like,
No, it's like a
When they're inverted.
yeah, when it's inverted. That's a Klub Foot.
I'm on. Yeah, I got it. Imagine I would put images. It would have just been a bunch of club feet.
Oh, there we go. Look at Dementor Go, Batmobile. Look at that.
There's the place there. It wasn't just psychobilly. A lot of bands played there. The
Yeah.
Ramones played there. Many punk bands played
Yep.
there back in the day. It wasn't just psychobilly club.
It was exciting days.
Yeah, it was.
Because it was all new and it was just like punk when it came out. It was like, wow. And Psychobilly was that version of it, I would say.
What were some of your guys' influences when you first started playing music?
But musically,
Yeah.
well, I personally come from being a teddy boy from about 14 to into rockabilly and into the load of noise that we do now. So, yeah, it just progressed. And plus, I'm a ska man too.
Oh, okay.
Like a lot of ska.
Gotcha.
But then I have a very eclectic taste in general anyway. I would not put myself in one pigeonhole of any of it. You've got to have you've got to take those blinkers off, eh?
Yeah. Is that why Psychobilly was so gravitating to you? Because it was different types of genres and
was
mixed
new.
into one? It was new?
It was new and it was exciting. You know, a new scene starts up and you jump on it, and it really is. It was just like a wow factor. You know, we're all in our teens.
And then chucking a little bit of ska in there. I think we're one of the first bands, as it happens, to put the ska in there.
Yeah.
Because Francine from Finland started doing stuff, and then everyone started doing it. We were one of the first in that respect. I don't think you'd be pushed to find someone else doing it then. I think with that Aces and Eights. That's because I was into the Hot Knife. That was my influence. Those chords, because I come up with the chords and then wrote the lyrics.
I have a question for you. Since you're talking about the Teddy Boy stuff.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on John Lennon? Do you like the Beatles?
I mean, yeah, you can't deny that they were good. And, you know, when they come on, I don't
I'm a
listen.
big- I'm a big
You'd listen, but
Beatles
I'm
fan.
not someone I'd rush out to put them on my Spotify, no.
I like the
but if
Beatles.
I hear them, I would enjoy it, yes. But it's not something I gravitate to.
Did you know that they had a new song come out just like last
Yes,
week?
yeah.
Have you
I haven't heard it.
I've heard it.
have you heard it? What do you? I
clever.
haven't heard it. Either.
I was a bit underwhelmed, but you know, this stuff.
It's history.
This stuff is history. It was stuff that was found. Old tapes that are found, and they've tried to re-record this before, and it didn't work.
Oh, really?
But some new technology came along where they could clean it all up,
Yeah,
and
no,
make
very
it
clever.
newer, and now they can re-release it. But I think it'll be the last one. Yoko Ono gave it to the surviving members. Of
Oh, is that what it was, is it?
Yeah. She found it. She gave it to them. And I was a bit underwhelmed by it. But, you know, if you're a Beatles fan,
Yeah, of course,
you'll love
something
it
else,
because
isn't it?
It's a new song, and it's number one.
A new song, and
in the
he's not
charts
around.
in England, so-
Is it really?
It is, yeah.
Number one?
Is it?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
That's wild.
That anything they ever bring out would become number one because they're so big and they're so massive and a lot of people like them. Even if you've never seen them, you're not in your generation, they got some great music.
Yeah, no, there was good stuff.
It's a real trip out stuff out there.
Yeah, especially with all this AI stuff, all this artificial intelligence.
Could be amazing in the future, but could be scary at the same time, eh?
What are your thoughts?
Don't really know. I mean, until it happens, it's hard to envisage any of it, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But it could be good for good, but it could be bad too.
Very dangerous.
Dangerous could be the word,
because you can have words coming out of certain people's mouths that actually haven't happened, but different heads on their bodies.
Well, yeah.
And it's fake news.
Yeah.
And it's everywhere. And
Fake news is everywhere anyway, isn't it?
It could start a war.
There's already a big artist, Latino artist, Bad Bunny, that I guess someone did a song. So they came out with a song and it's all AI generated. So the entire AI did a whole song using
right stuff.
Exactly his voice, everything. And it's like trending, like it's like on the charts, and he's extremely upset. Which I feel like I would too, because it's like, it's not you, it's not your creativity, it's not your brain, it's just this computer that generated. And it's taking storm right now, like through like charts, and people are playing it and they're playing it on the radio, and it's not even him.
It's very dangerous.
Yeah, no, it could get out of hand.
Isn't that why all the actors and writers are on strike out
Mm-hmm.
here?
Yeah.
Isn't it? Because they could put people in an advert, make loads of money off them, but they've signed something saying you can use my likeness, and they'll just do that.
Yeah, they were saying that they're what they want to do with actors is scan their entire body, get their voice, and then pay you once, and then you're done. And they can use your body, your voice for thousands of movies. They can do anything with just those scans. Yeah, it's
frightening.
Nuts.
Yeah. It's frightening.
Have you seen these deep fakes on YouTube? Like pull up the deep fakes of I don't know, just Google so we could show these guys.
Put Mark Hamill back in Star Wars, didn't they?
Something like that.
And he looks very good.
Well, pull up that one. I want to see.
Which one?
Mark Hamill, you said?
Luke Skywalker in the new Star Wars.
Mark Hamill.
Mark?
Or Luke Skywalker.
Yeah. Or Luke Skywalker.
I know how to spell that one.
Either way. Look at that one of what's his name from Russia?
Putin.
Yeah. That guy.
Yeah, look.
This one?
Yeah, that's the
Oh.
This one's not the best one. The one that came late is even better. Look.
So they made the movie with it.
Yeah, so he's in the new TV series.
Oh, that's the original, and then
So that's not him though.
No, that's not him.
Oh wow.
Are you a Jedi?
So what does he get out of that?
I am.
Publish him for himself?
Maybe. Maybe this time.
So just
Maybe
generated
in the
him.
future, yeah.
Wow, that's good.
Come,
and
little one.
it's
Like spot on.
it's good, great.
He doesn't
It looks
go
like
with
he's
you.
actually there.
He wants your
It's a
permission.
bit wonky, but then it won't take long for him to get in.
He is
where
strong
you
with the
won't be able
Force.
to tell. Yeah, it won't be-
It actually looks
Talent
better
without
than the
training is
original.
nothing.
Yeah, the deep.
I will give my life to protect the child. But he will not be safe until he masters his
It's okay
ability.
using it in movies, but when you start using it for presidents, and,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
then there's trouble ahead.
Honestly, I feel like Donald Trump's whole presidency was a deep fake. Was a deep fake. I'm telling you.
Sense, wouldn't it?
It would. If they came out 10 years later and said Donald Trump was a deep fake the whole
It
presidency,
wasn't him.
then
He's been frozen the entire time.
it would have been fine. Not fine, but I mean it would have made
It'll never be
sense.
fine.
No, but it would make sense.
It would make total sense.
So the name, your guys' band name. Tell us how did that arise?
Yeah,
And,
White
the-
Texas.
The band name was from the old guitarist Mark Denman came up with it. It was an old bluegrass song, and then the Beach Boys done a version of it.
Really?
So we used
Can you
it
pull that up? I want to hear it.
as the name of the band. Wasn't my favourite name, I have to say, to start with. But then when we started doing a few T-shirts, it kind of settled in quite nicely.
Okay. Have you guys been to Texas?
No.
No.
Maybe at some point, eh?
Someone last night in the crowd shouted out, "What part of Texas are you from?" I said, "Brighton, England."
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. That would be a Californian thing to ask for sure.
What part of Texas are you from? What did you want me to look up?
Beach Boys, Long Tall Texans.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
And it's a song?
Yeah.
It's a song.
Really? I gotta.
And there's a bold version of Bluegrass. There it is.
Oh.
It's really slow.
I'm gonna play a little bit.
Go
Okay.
on.
Yeah, before YouTube kicks us out.
I'm gonna forward it.
Oh, that's got some great moves on him, hasn't he? Wow. Oh, Lawrence, you know what you got to do.
Okay. Look at the moves on Mike Love. Oh, yeah.
That is funny.
That is awesome.
That's cool.
He's my least favorite Beach Boy, I'll tell you that much right now. My favorite is Dennis.
What, the dead one?
Yeah, the dead.
The dead one.
Mine too.
He actually did. Have you guys heard that on their 2020 album? There's a song on that album that was written by Charles Manson.
I didn't know.
Yeah, pull that one up for them so they can hear it. I have to.
I'm
show
like,
these
how many
guys.
times are we gonna show it on the mic?
We're gonna show it every
what
single
is it called?
time. I'm trying to remember. Just put a 2020 album, The Beach Boys, and 2020. But yeah, so the story goes. Dennis he's driving through Dennis, crazy surfer guy, and he befriends Charles Manson.
That's right, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah. I think they were friends, and I think Charles
Didn't know
Manson stayed at his house.
yeah.
Yeah.
His music, Charles Manson's music, is actually really good.
It's good. Like I can see why these guys wanted to produce one of his songs. Oh, "Learn Not to Love." That's what it's called. Or no, I'm sorry. Yeah, "Learn Not to Love." So we're gonna play it for them, and then we're gonna go to the Charles Manson version, and you can take a look, or you can hear it out. Can I get you guys another drink? You guys good?
I'm all right for the moment, I think.
Good?
You got some mezcal?
I'll have another one, please. Yeah.
Yeah,
You got some mezcal?
I have some. You guys want to try some mezcal?
I'll give it a go, yeah.
What is it?
Yeah? Mezcal? Okay, I'll be right back.
Do I need a wee yet? Maybe not. Do I? What can I do? But I won't be able to go, will I? I get PPS syndrome. Paranoid penis syndrome.
Still recorded, you know.
Is it?
We're still recording.
Oh no!
I thought
So now everybody knows.
we
PBS,
don't
remember
stop
PBS.
recording. We keep going. So
Did you say you stopped recording?
no, we don't.
Oh no,
We
okay.
keep going.
Oh, and there's a camera in the toilet.
And a
I definitely won't
microphone.
be able to go.
Yeah.
This is like
That
Chuck
way you
Berry's
can
restaurant,
keep
innit?
going.
Yeah. Chuck, what? I don't know what you mean. Oh, Chucky boy.
He was very naughty, wasn't he?
He was, wasn't he?
Do you guys like Mexican beer?
Really? Come on.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
like Modelo.
Modelo. Have you guys been to Mexico? Have you guys ever played in Mexico?
No. I've
No.
been to Mexico. I went to Tijuana about 5-6 years ago.
That's not Mexico.
Yeah, it's mental.
It is crazy.
I
He'd rather not say.
trip with some guys from there. Took us down and
that's
showed us
cool.
around. It's wild down there.
Hey, hey, hey.
Not really for me.
Well,
It's too wild for me.
DJ is different than
Yeah,
Mexico.
that's why I was like, it's not Mexico. Because even for us that we're like Mexican and we have family in Mexico, like Tijuana is intimidating and it's not for me. I like to go say hi to my family that I have there, and then I'm moving on by. Yeah, it's not.
It was probably the place.
Yeah.
I've most been like, oh Jesus Christ, like,
Yeah.
I don't feel comfortable.
No, even if you go down an hour more, like where my mom is from Ensenada, it's night and day.
It's chill.
And it's amazing. It's chill. It's a lot safer than Tijuana. And then, you have Cancun, you have Guadalajara, you have... Mexico is just beautiful. Tijuana is not it. I'm sorry, that was your first experience.
I know, but that's what everyone knows, isn't it? It's Tijuana and
Yeah.
Cancun.
You could say you were there.
So mezcal is something that you sip.
I'll sip. I was about to do the lot.
Yeah.
No.
So you smell it. Yeah, there we go. We smell
Oh
it,
Jesus!
and you give it a what we call a besito.
Have a kiss.
Besito. So like a little taste. So you taste it.
Is it like slow burn and you just go wow?
That's nice, Dad.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
There you go, and then you give it another go there.
I think nice is an interesting word.
Just
That's good.
It's smoky.
It's melted my lips.
It doesn't really burn that much. Like, there's some whiskies and stuff like that.
Oh, no. But that's mezcal.
I could drink that.
There you go.
It's nicer than salmiakki.
good for your throat, eh? Good for your heart.
Right.
All right.
Those
Woke
beans.
you guys right up.
There you go.
Make you
You
laugh.
awake? Okay, so we got that. You get the headphones right here. I want to show you guys this. Never learned. So this is the Beach Boys song,
The first one, right?
the first one.
Okay.
Yeah, fast forward it a little bit. There we go. Okay. All right, so that was the Beach Boys version. Now we're gonna go to Charles Manson's version. So it's "Cease to Exist" is what he called his song. So "Cease to Exist," Charles Manson. And then fast forward it a little bit, Amber. And God, look at only a face a mother could love.
What a nutter.
Oh, we could. Right there's good. So this is his version.
Cease to exist. Just come and say you love me. Give up your world. Come on, you can't be. I'm your kind. Oh, your kind, and I can see. Walk on, walk on. I love you, pretty girl. My life is yours. Yeah, you can have my world. Never had a lesson I ever learned, but I know.
Alive.
The timing's a bit funny on that one. Isn't it?
Well, I think that's the beauty of it. I think
I
it's meant
prefer
to
the
be.
Beach Boys version.
Oh yeah.
Better than I thought it'd be.
That's what.
Oh yeah.
To be.
It was better than you thought it'd be.
He's got better music, just so you know.
What Richie? What do you like from Charles Manson?
Fuck.
what?
All his
He didn't actually murder anyone
Oh
himself.
no, he was
No.
clever. It was a clever one.
He was a.
He got someone else to do it for him.
Look at your game.
Look at your game, Amber.
Game Girl, something like that. That's probably my favorite one.
He is an interesting character.
You could say that.
That guy. Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah,
the Beach
look-
Boys cover it before he
There you go.
did all of the stuff.
I like how it's all the same picture.
It's like they didn't have another picture of him.
You get it.
Time keeps on flying.
He actually sounds pretty good.
But you like the folky stuff, Richard, right?
Can you feel those feelings real? Look at your game, girl.
He's singing. I mean, he's singing there.
Yeah.
I don't know about that picture, but
Yeah. Oh man, crazy stuff.
It's a better picture than the one with the funny little cross on his head.
10 more minutes. Yeah. Okay. All right. We're getting the 10-minute warning from Richie. There we go.
I didn't know there was one.
So besides your guys' other, what do you have any what are they called, Amber? Guilty pleasures?
I couldn't tell you that.
I mean, we established going to TJ as one. So
Guilty pleasures. I mean,
yeah.
guilty pleasures. I mean, some music is guilty pleasures.
Okay.
yeah, it doesn't have to
I
be
tell you what I do
anything
quite like.
outlandish.
I found Tiny Tim a few years ago. I do. I like zany and wacky in general. I like something that when I look at someone, I think, what the hell are they on? And one person would be in the Scar scene would be Mark Foggo.
Okay.
He's like Mr. Bean on acid. He's got these great big eyes. And do you know what?
We gotta look him up.
He's 73 years of age.
Whoa.
And I'm not being funny. I see a lot of bands and people at that age now and just think, I'm watching paint dry here. Mark, no. He's got that energy. He's got that wow. He's just one of those people. I've always liked wacky people, and he's very wacky.
Can you
Very
pull him up,
entertaining
Amber?
to watch live.
What's his name?
What's his name?
Mark Foggo. He really is. All the songs are kind of tongue in cheek, bumpy airways. Dolly. He's if you get a live video, look at his big eyes. Look at those. That's him young, but if you get a video up, wow. I mean, he's fantastic. Live, he's wonderful. He's wonderful.
Let's see this one real quick.
I mean, he's 73, this guy. So you have to take your hat off to him. So there he is in the corner.
You have to give him a big applause.
I mean, very inspirational. Wow. It's a wow for me. Where is it?
He's walking out.
It's those big eyes. And Paul, the saxophone player, he's 73. He plays with the Scar band too, the Hot Knives. It's fantastic. 73, and he's still got all the blow.
This guy's 73.
Yeah, and the sax player. They've both been together for years. The rest of the new boys. Right.
He kind of looks like a Mr. Bean.
He is Mr. Bean.
Yeah. Oh, it is. I'm like, wait a minute.
He's 73? No way.
Yeah. I mean, he's brilliant, honestly, not live. I mean, he's fantastic, and he's still got the energy. I mean, inspirational is the only word I can use. And the saxophone player, Paul's 73.
Whoa.
He might like me for saying that, but he's fantastic, and his blowing is on the money, as you can hear. People love him.
I'm still shocked that this man is 73
Yeah,
years
I mean,
old.
if
He
you
looks really good for 73 years
If you
old.
look at some of the other videos, I mean, that's just the opening of the set. But from the beginning to the end, he does not stop. And what comes out of his mouth is funny. He is Mr. Bean, basically, yeah.
Oh, man.
Sorry, Mark.
I'm like, that's Mr. Bean.
But it's actually really him? It's really him or no?
No,
No,
that's
no,
not
no.
Mr. Bean. No. Bean really looks like him. He's just got those big eyes on beanstalks. He's a real character. He's such a character. If he was here now, he's just what comes out. Everything. He's just funny.
Yeah.
You know, and he's never heard him to moan once. We moan like anything at the age of 57.
Sorry, would you mean we? You mean
We,
you?
no. And Mark or Paul, I've been on tour with both of them, and I've never heard them moan. Not once.
Wow. Okay. Well, what about you? Do you have any guilty pleasure, music-wise, anything like that?
Yeah, when I first got into music, I don't know if it's called a guilty pleasure, but my first ever gig I went to was Shawaddy Waddy.
Ah, we love Shawaddy
And,
Waddy.
I joined the fan club because I was so mad. It was the first thing
don't know about it, I
and
remember.
I was 11 years old. They're like
Rock and roll band.
a glam teddy boy band from back in the day.
Glam?
Yeah,
Teddy
70s
Boy.
to the 80s.
Yeah, and they're
Done a
still
lot of
going
covers.
today.
Pull some pictures, because I
They're
got
still
to see
going
this.
today, and they were.
They do a lot of covers.
They do the most gigs every year of any other band.
Yeah, they're always on
constantly
tour. But it's not even not the original singer now. They just keep getting a new generation, keep going through, but people still going.
Harder and harder words at me.
It's S-H-A.
No, it's
Show.
Is it?
SHOWW.
A-D-D-Y.
Shawaddy Waddy. Yeah, so I don't think you'd know. They don't think they broke America.
A-D-D.
A-D-D.
There it is. Top
Okay.
letter. Under the Moon of
I
Love.
would've
Go
never
to Under the Moon of Love.
gotten
Under the Moon of Love. That's the one. If you're
This
going to
one?
put a video, yeah, that's the one. That was them in the late 70s. In fact, they would be called Plastic Teddy Boys with the haircuts. That's what they would have been called. We went to see them.
Oh,
at
Gil, you
that.
have that,
Look at that.
the pink
I
one.
mean, cheesy as it comes, but it was kind of acceptable.
I
then, eh?
loved it in the day. This was my most favourite.
I have a getup like this. I have a pink one.
Pink one.
I have a
Teddy
pink
boy
one.
suit.
I went to see them at the Brighton Centre, and there's about 4,000 people. And I went to see them again later on in the 90s, at the Dome in front of 200 people. Bizarre.
Oh, I like
It'd be
it.
called a
I like
Plastic
it.
Teddy Boy these
I like
days.
it.
This is a cover, though, remember the song. They're all covers, but they actually got in the top 10, a lot of all their songs.
They got a lot number one.
Yeah, not number one.
I could jam to this for sure.
I mean, look at that haircut. Wow.
I was in the fan club as well.
Oh, that's great.
Brilliant. Right, Lawrence, what are you going to come up with, my son?
Yeah, what do you got?
I don't have any guilty pleasures. I'm not ashamed
Only
of
the-
what I
only
like
one
anymore.
you
Oh, okay,
mentioned
got
at the
it.
Okay.
People shouldn't be ashamed if they like Bon Jovi. They like Bon Jovi. Like
Jean
it's
Bon.
not guilty if you
Jean
enjoy
Bon.
it. I fucking love Living on a Prayer.
You can't deny it. What a vocal.
Bad medicine and fucking
What a
great.
vocal.
I don't feel ashamed about it. You know,
Good, good.
That's the idea.
Okay.
No, I don't think
There
you
we go.
should be. I think your whatever you like, you should like. I have a terrible collection of music. A lot of people would agree with me.
Yeah.
But I don't. Why? That's what makes you what you are.
But you know what? What's not a guilty pleasure, and that's the Long Tall Texans. Thanks for your guys' time. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming out and doing this and talking with us and
No problem at all.
and everything. Thanks for coming all the way over here from Brighton.
Thank you
It's
very
awesome.
much, me old son.
It's a pleasure to talk with you guys.
Yeah, no.
So go ahead and tell us where we can find you guys and what we guys got coming up right here.
And Richard, our main man over there, he's been very helpful. Just like to say, it's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, shout out
He's
to
fantastic, man.
Richie from the
Yes.
Zombillies, also Checo
Richie,
for
nice one, man.
setting this
Thanks for your help.
up, everything. So you guys are playing. You guys have one more day
Yeah,
gig
we've got two
today.
shows today.
2 shows today.
Don't know where, we've just been driven there. I just get in.
Paris.
Um,
Paris later on.
any future dates you guys wanna share?
Oh, I can think of it's all next year now.
These are our last shows of
The year.
So,
Okay.
we start again next year. Bit of time off, so we could maybe write some new material.
Well, he's got the materials, just in case we're actually rehearsing it. It's been there for about a year now.
Getting the time.
Getting the time.
And is this shop still
Still there.
It's still
Some
there.
of that stuff ain't on there anymore. I must take it off.
There we go.
I'm not very good in my old age. I'm bloody awful.
You guys can click the link down in the show description for longtalltexans.co.uk and go to their shop. They have their vinyls up there,
Those
their
prices up with inflation,
tees, their Facebook, all that good stuff,
Their MySpace.
their
Yeah,
MySpace.
MySpace. We're very old school indeed, eh?
But yeah, I appreciate you guys coming out
Thank
here.
you. So it's still got a new album on there. That's how old it is. That was 10 years ago. But it's still new in my
And
eyes,
his sisters,
eh?
they knew.
I still think it's yesterday. We've actually recorded
There's
since
one
then.
more after that.
There was the Headless EP.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
How many more minutes? I feel like this song is getting longer and longer.
Obviously, I can't even hear it
Every
now. What was
episode?
it?
That outro music.
Oh, okay.
Where
there you
can
go.
our listeners hear you guys as well?
Where can they hear it? Spotify, isn't it?
Spotify, we're on
The
Spotify. All the albums are on Spotify in general.
There you go. Spotify and YouTube, guys. Go down the show link, and we'll see you guys there.
Marvelous.
Cool.
Fantastic.
Thanks for listening to the Mind Buzz podcast. Subscribe to the Mind Buzz YouTube channel and watch full podcast episodes. Keep up with the hosts, guests, and upcoming events by following the Mind Buzz on Instagram @the Mind Buzz. See you on the next one.